Hey everyone, how's it going? Good to see you. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Now, as you can see, I literally just walked into the house. I haven't even had time to take off my jacket. I look like a freaking Final Fantasy character reject, like with just one sleeve and no sleeve on this side, but there is a sleeve, but not a jacket sleeve. But yeah, let's just take this off and dive straight into today's discussion. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, after weeks of speculation on whether or not this would come to fruition, the day has finally come. On the eve of The Last Jedi, no less. The Walt Disney Company has officially acquired 21st Century Fox. Now let's just take a moment. Actually, no, we do not have time to take any moments because there's so much to discuss with this acquisition. First and foremost, I know a lot of people want me to talk about how this affects the MCU with the acquisition of X-Men, Fantastic Four, First Family coming back. I'm actually going to save that for its own separate video since there is really a lot of stuff I have to say about it. So with this one here, I'm going to talk about the merger as a whole and what I honestly feel about it. So we might as well just go over some of the details that we learned. Yes, Walt Disney has acquired 21st Century Fox. They've acquired the film production side of things. They've acquired the TV side of things. Basically, Disney owns so much more now than they ever did. Like, if you look at the stuff that 21st Century Fox owned, in some cases, you might not even know that that was under their banner. It's just insane. And now that Disney has it, it's like, wow, Disney literally owns everything. And we might as well tackle the elephant in the room because that is something that I've seen a lot here on the internet. A lot of people are not a fan of this acquisition. A lot of people think that this is creating such a major monopoly. And under normal circumstances, I would be inclined to agree with a lot of these people. I really would. I think that in most cases, the more players in the field, the better. Because when you're talking about the subject of competition and how it affects the industries, in most cases, competition is a good thing because when you have, I'm gonna paint the picture for y'all. Let's say you have a company that produces Blu-ray players, 4K Blu-ray players. You have Samsung and you have Sony. Both of those teams are going to be vying for your living room space. They are going to be vying for your hard-earned money. And what is that going to do? That is going to cause one company to go out there and try to one-up the other, whether it means creating more versions of that player, like a budget-friendly player or a high-end player, making it have more value attached to it as opposed to the competition. And you would expect the competition to respond in tandem. They would do the same thing, if not more. So that right there is quality competition. That's how you create a really good system. But what y'all don't understand is that competition in its very nature, in the root of the word, does not mean that said people are going to do what I just mentioned. Just because you have people in the field all doing the same thing, that doesn't mean that one is going to try to make it better than the other. Like, let's say for example, you have Samsung versus, I don't know, a company that makes really crappy 4K Blu-ray players. There's just no competition that exists between them. Sure, one might be cheaper, but as it stands, the quality is going to attract the consumer who wants it. So in that respect, just because they're all out there, that doesn't mean they're all doing the same thing and they're gonna cannibalize one another. Like, if you look at the slate of movies that Disney has been making, whether they're MCU, Star Wars, Pixar, or heck, even their own animated division, they're trouncing the competition. Like, just look at all the top movies of the year. Look how many of them are from Disney, and look how quality they are. They're not just making money, they're actually good movies, and they're going down in the history books. When you're looking at some of the stuff from 21st Century Fox, let's be real here, people. With the exception of the occasional Planet of the Apes movie and some of the smaller titles from like Fox Searchlight, Fox hasn't really been putting out too many quality movies. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. So I don't see how this acquisition is going to change 21st Century Fox at all. I think that, like Marvel and Star Wars, they are going to operate independently. They're going to still do the same things that they have been doing in years prior. The only difference is that they're going to be reporting to the Disney boardroom as opposed to the Fox shareholders and investors. So in that respect, yeah, competition is good, but when your competition isn't doing much of anything, like Sony Pictures is not competition to anyone, so why are y'all saying that if Sony was acquired, that's somehow killing competition? Because it isn't. It isn't. I know y'all like to be righteous and say that, oh, this is what it's all about, but let's be real here. Let's stop trying to paint this into something that it isn't. That's all I had to say on that front. So yeah, man. What this means to the future is still up in the air. We don't know since they just announced it. We do know a lot more stuff as it affects the Marvel side of things, which I'll say for the other video. But as it stands, man, Disney has access to the entire catalog. They own Avatar. They own Alvin and the Chipmunks. They also own the original unaltered versions of the Star Wars trilogy. So potential 4K Blu-ray remaster, please, please. I mean, I know some people are going to say that some of the changes were warranted, and I'll agree, but as it stands, if I had to go from some of the changes that helped the Star Wars trilogy as opposed to getting the original series unaltered and how it was meant to be seen, I'll take the latter, especially with all the changes they made in those. Ugh. But another video for another day. As it stands, y'all, I don't really care too much about this. I think things are going to operate as they've been before. The only difference is that, well, the mouse got what the mouse wanted, and when the mouse wants something and it's making money, then the mouse isn't going to change it. That's something that our good friends over at EA are learning the hard way. But yeah, for now, my name is NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.